we're going to prepare our apples to be stewed. So we're going to cut them up. You don't have to worry about the size because they're going to stew, so they're going to shrink. And the reason why I'm stewing the apple first, preparing the apple first, it has to be prepared so that it can cool to put in the dough. Because if you put the hot apples in the dough, your dough is going to become soggy. Today we are using OTET apple to do our apple pie. You know, it's apple time now in Jamaica, especially in the country areas. We have a lot of apple trees, so we're utilizing the fruits that we have in season. Now we're going to add our apples to a saucepan, which we're going to cook over medium heat for 5 minutes. Also guys, when you're stewing your apples, do not add any water to it, or else you're going to get apple soup, which you don't want that for our pies, okay? So now we have our apples on the fire. We're just waiting until it starts to spring its own water. Then we add in our sugar and our spice. Okay guys, so if you can look closely, you see it start to spring its own water. So now is the perfect time to add your sugar. So we're going to leave this on the fire to reduce a little, because we don't want so much water in our pastry, so this would have to be reduced. So in the meanwhile, our apples are simmering down. We're going to make our short crust pastry. So now to my bowl, I'm going to add 200 grams flour, 100 grams butter. Now guys, when you're making short crust pastry, it's normally half fat to flour. So like I'm using 200 gram flour, I'm using 100 gram butter. Now we're going to add our sugar, which is 35 grams. 35 grams sugar, just a pinch of salt. So now with clean hands, we're going to use our fingertips to combine all the ingredients, the butter and the flour together. So you're going to do this until the mixture resembles breadcrumbs. So guys, when you're doing short crust pastry, ensure that your butter is cold, your sugar is cold, the bowl that you're using is cold, and also do not use the palm of your hands because they are warm, so they will melt the butter. If the butter melts, your pastry will become soggy and it won't have that nice consistency, okay? So this is the consistency that you want. See how it resembles breadcrumbs? So this is perfect. So now to this, you're going to add your cold ice water. You don't have to add all the water one time, a little at a time. And we're going to bring this together until it forms a nice dough, a nice smooth dough. At this stage, you can turn out your dough on your work surface, your clean work surface, and continue working the dough until everything comes together. Remember, don't overwork the dough. You're going to try to work as fast as possible here at this stage. So gently, we're going to roll our dough to the size that we want it. And with this, try not to beat your dough. Gently roll. So you're going to dust the bottom of our pastry again, because you don't want, when you're ready to lift it up, you're having difficulties. So we're going to slightly dust the bottom of the pastry. So you're going to roll it to the thickness or thinness that you like. Some people like their dough thin, some people like it thick. For me, I like it thin, sorry. So I'm going to try and roll it as thin as I can. Now you're going to take your container, your pie dish, and put it right there. Lift and gently roll the dough over the tin. Okay, so there we have it. So now we're going to lift the edge of your dough and gently tuck it in the dish. So you're going to get a sharp-edged knife and gently cut the excess dough, part that is hanging over. I'm going to try to get it as neat as you can. You can use the rim of the container to guide you in this process. So there we have it, our nice short crust dough. So now with this you can put it in the fridge to rest, to cool until you are ready for it. Okay guys, so now we're going to assemble our pies. So here we have the remaining of our dough that I cut from the edge of our pie tin. So what I did was roll it out and cut out some circles. You don't have to use circles, you can use any shape that you like. So now we're going to spread it. Evenly. You don't want some part thin and some part thick. Just spread it evenly.